I wish you nothing but misery. Shall the Dark King's flames lick this earth clean? The time is right. This world is now ripe for my taking. Does destiny call me, or is it I who calls destiny? It is a wise choice. Those above and those below have all become one with my pain. The whole world shall wallow in misery. I never imagined it could end like this. May misery rain down upon us all. That is how I channel my rage. I will banish all joy and harmony from this world. If only I could achieve the world I wish for. Would it amuse you to see me beg for mercy? Is this misery, or is it mercy? Is this the end? Am I to leave him behind? You yearn to win beyond all else. Is that your foolish wish? Now I see you are indeed quite powerful. What is that over there? Are those cannonballs or heads? Killing a mere handful of fools will hardly suffice to bring about my wish. You are nothing more than snails I savor sprinkling salt over. Look, the gods laugh at you. The road to success is a lonely one, paved with slaughter. I do so savor the sight of their futile attempts to escape. Will that manage to raise their doubts about winning? Run home and tell all that Mitsunari has transformed into a demon. Now then, where shall I next advance to conquer? Pardon my curiosity, but what exactly do you hope to achieve here? Life is unfair, but death is impartial. Don't pretend you're content to die for honor, for there's no honor in losing. Surely my ears deceive. I must remedy this at once. Look, Mitsunari. That person bears an uncanny resemblance to you. Do you stagger because you're stiff from inactivity? I wouldn't say this is good, but I wouldn't say it is bad either. A symptom of mortality. That is all this is, and all it should be regarded as. Is this, perchance, your attempt to inflict misery upon me? Would I be right to assume that you, too, crave chaos in this world? Well, this will surely set my plans back a bit. What a nuisance. Such throes must be endured on the winding path to victory. Excellent. Oh, how I've dreamed of your vivisection. Let them have their day, for soon mine will come, and they will all suffer. It pleases me so to see those beads of sweat about your brow. What is it? Do you see something? Where? That's it. Retreat. Retreat like locusts from the fire. It seems fortune favors the course of my wicked scheme. How wonderful to receive the reward I so richly deserve. Oh, how unexpected to see that the tides have changed. This is slightly more irritating than the burn of a hot pepper. I do understand, Mitsunari, but please, you must calm down. I need no greeting, but I do like to make an entrance. It is hardly polite to lock your guests out in the cold. Well, that is one way to announce your arrival. Had you feigned an injury, I would have opened the gates freely to offer assistance. Were you surprised? I know I was surprised. Lord Hideyoshi's wrath still thrives within Mitsunari. Let them come. Let them rain down on me, so that I may slaughter them all. Don't worry, I shall be gentler with you than Mitsunari would. To dare to confront me like this, you must not value your life at all. Watch out for your head. This will hurt. I would not give you bad advice. Well, I would not give you good advice either. May you rot where you stand, and may the dead eat your flesh. Who knew that warriors came this cowardly? I guess you learn something new every day. If you would like, I will spare you so that you can see how it all will end. I saw nothing but the enemy. I saw nothing but myself. The lambs call out for their shepherd. I warn you, any attempt to break through the gate will not end well. All solid forces must have a solid base. It is imperative. Do not doubt my trust, for I too hold something dear that I dare not compromise. If I do this, they will all tremble before me. Oh, how I long to see them tremble. I have made it. Tremble before me. Show me your fear. I can hardly stand to see that smug smirk. There's nothing left to do. I suppose I shall just plant another seed to sprout more evil. Watch how they gather so predictably. I really should be on my way. I have many a scheme that needs tending to. Well, this is an unexpected nuisance. My, what a surprise. It is a good thing I do not have a weak heart. I remember a time I once obsessed over such playthings. It would be unwise to devour a man who is ill. You may become sick yourself. Well, that's entertaining. Perhaps I shall get one. Dig your hole as deep as you want, Kanbei. But you will never escape the darkness I will wreak. Your actions would do Lord Hideyoshi himself proud. You have done well for enduring these battles so long. Even if I were to forgive you, Mitsunari never would. Do you all wish to lose your master again? Is that it? Charge forth and part the clouds that block its descent. Come now. Prove to Mitsunari which of you is the fastest. Inevitable defeat is a poor excuse for not trying your best. On behalf of Mitsunari, I command you to battle. I have already decided that you shall be victorious. If you have joined us, then you have done so prepared to fight to the death. Invoke the power of Lord Hideyoshi, and fight with no mercy. Attack, and do not relent until their white flags have been stained red. I entrust our headquarters to you. Don't worry, it should be simple enough. Everyone return to the headquarters at once. It is on the verge of destruction. Never mind us. We are just passing through. I have some business that concerns your master, if you don't mind. Go ahead. Let your rage consume you. It will only make my work easier. Is it too early to celebrate the dawn of a new reign? It is not the destination, but the journey one should relish. Please, there is no reason to be hostile. What little it takes to tip the scales and reverse one's fortune. Try to keep your cries to a minimum. It grates on my nerves. How decidedly rude that you would reject the gifts of slaughter I offer you. This morning light that creeps from the horizon, does it threaten to banish us like the night? Smoke billows from the lands clouding the sky. Smoke from our forces. It can be burdensome at times to follow the glory of Mitsunari. Do as you must, as long as you stay out of my way. All I ask is to hear you cry out one last time. One last candle left in the dark. Protect it with your life. A wasting sea of carnage for as long as the eye can see. I never imagined such a thing as this could be possible. My plan has now been halfway completed. I'm afraid this calls for me to rethink my entire ploy. I do not look forward to delivering this news to Mitsunari. This will more than likely raise Mitsunari's spirits. This marks not only another victory, but also a step towards achieving my goal. Move along. This land has been cursed. Hide your work, or you shall come to know the fullest extent of Mitsunari's rage. Do you wish to gut and carve me like a fish, as if I were so ordinary? Think carefully. Would killing me really bring you contentment? Surely this is a hoax. Is Lord Hideyoshi playing a trick on us? This is all your fault. Take a moment and sit with that thought. Are those tears I see in your eyes? It is a shame to see so many make the mistake of choosing the wrong side. Hide the hostages before Mitsunari finds them and cuts them to pieces. Look how the dark of night settles over the land. I take great satisfaction in seeing you struggle this way. Since I cannot retreat, I will simply gut any of those who dare advance. Hold your position and spread misery and death in my name. It seems that in the absence of fate and fortune, chance has reigned victorious. Where is that smug smile of yours now? Now look what has happened. I must begin again from the start. Not to worry. Everything shall soon be restored. I go to whatever lengths necessary in order to see justice prevail. It will not be long now before darkness befalls these lands. Hideaki! May a curse follow you for 1,000 lifetimes! You too are a man of misfortune. Do not struggle. It will only cause you to sink faster. You know that I hate you. I despise you. I loathe you beyond what words can describe. I care not for clever women, but don't think for a moment that means you. You will receive no respect or honor from me, Kanbei. I could never respect you, for you embrace the joys of living to an extent that disgusts me. You would be better off staying the innocent girl you are. We have much in common, you and I. I have as much sympathy for you as I would have watching a fish suffocate in a net. You see, not everyone can live like you. Show me. Slice open your belly and reveal to me that black sickness that eats at your guts, consuming your soul. I am glad you were here. I mean that. Your efforts were wasted. And now, in the face of all that has come to pass, this man will never yield to us. You could never comprehend what it is like to feel misery as a human. You are as good as dead. Hideaki, I am certain it is not your intention to kill me, correct? Are you the one attempting to thwart my schemes? You reek of destruction, the wretched stench of obliteration. Though your skills are unparalleled, your neutrality offends. I find it hard to believe that you and I are both of the same species. The stubborn always prove to be the most troublesome. What is there left to do once you've found yourself adrift in a sea of regrets? I never had any intention of fleeing from such a harmless creature. You thrive in good health while I suffer in sickness. Life would be easier if I could live like you. Do not dare assume that you can defeat me that easily. Let me watch you struggle in vain. I long to see you squirm. Bleed the pain from your wounds. It will ease your suffering. To quote Mitsunari, I cannot stand the healthy ones. There is nothing within this body of mine but maggots and dirt and darkness. What is it that I must do to send your soul to oblivion? I have never told a lie. I am as honest as any man could come. What now? Do you plan to devour my flesh? Look to the sky and see how the darkness of night advances. If you refuse to await the darkness, then you leave me no choice. I feel as though worms have burrowed into my soul. Even I am unaware of what madness awaits us in the beyond. One can only speculate what awaits us in death. It is life's only certainty. Did you crack your skull? Has your mind spilled out? It was a cruel fate for you to be born into this world like that. Don't cast your judging eyes on me. You are the one to be blamed. I feel as though maggots are crawling across my body, gnawing and feasting on my flesh. I question whether your soul is as tainted as a shameless sinner, or as pure as a flake of snow. If only misery would envelop this world, all would be right. Do not worry. In the world I envision, we will all be equal in our suffering. Leave it to me, and so it shall be. It seems, Mitsunari, that you are in a fouler mood than usual. It is a glorious sight to see Mitsunari make them suffer so. I must say, Mitsunari, this shade of fury suits you well. I had better keep my distance from such a dangerous rampage. I would offer my assistance, but it appears he has it under control. Only the true heir to Lord Hideyoshi would be capable of this. I knew this would be no challenge for someone as great as you, Mitsunari. It is your fault for putting yourself in the warpath of the Dark King. There is no feat that you are incapable of accomplishing. You could at least clean the blood from your... Oh, never mind. It is good to see that your temperament is as wicked and unstable as ever. I can now survey the battlefield without disruption. You destroyed it so mercilessly. Do you now expect me to clean up your mess? Do you ever think that you invite this misery? Oh, well, neither do I. I need only follow the sound of screams to find him. Mitsunari, please, inform me once you've seized it. Remaining idle at camp is not a post that suits you well. Just seize it back before anyone notices. It's useless to force us to retreat. Mitsunari will never retreat. I knew something was wrong when I heard you explode with rage. It is nothing out of the ordinary for a battle to have ups and downs, Mitsunari. It is one thing to conquer and defeat our enemies, Mitsunari, but fine, never mind. Think of the headquarters as Lord Hideyoshi. Understand? I think your abilities would be best put to use back at the headquarters. Unleash your fury upon them until they've scattered like mice from a lion. He shall not return until they have been defeated. Are they truly more skilled than Mitsunari, or is it all just arrogance? I've told you before, Mitsunari. You must always pay attention to what's behind you. You are aware there's no shame in taking a rest. Sometimes I don't know what I'm supposed to do with you. It was simply too much for him to handle. But this pain I feel, what is it? Where does it come from? No words can express. No deed can do justice. I shall not rest until I have avenged this heinous crime. I suppose you have waited long enough. Are you ready?
If you knew I was waiting, what kept you, Yoshitsugu?
I shall never grow tired of following you, sir.
Come now, Yoshitsugu. Hurry yourself.
Well done. Your mere presence has struck fear into the hearts of our enemies.
They are cowards, that is all.
Even Lord Hideyoshi would regard rushing in as poor judgment.
Indeed. His teachings were always correct.
If you are tired, you must rest. You have more than earned it.
Rest? And from where shall the time come to spare for this rest?
I fear that my time on this earth may be coming to an end.
Silence, Yoshitsugu! I will not allow you to die.
Retreat, Mitsunari! Do not disgrace the name of Lord Hideyoshi!
Lord Hideyoshi... I still fail in my attempts to serve and honor his legacy.
Easy, Mitsunari, for they are already cloaked by the shadow of death. I shall inject you with such misery, you will be lost in eternal suffering. Suffer well, weak fools, and suffer long, so that I may savor your misery. Listen to me, Mitsunari. Don't you dare die. Such a nuisance, but necessary to prevent them from advancing further. All good things must at some point come to an end. Do not worry. You are but the first to experience this agony. All in a day's work. Of course it pains you to allow such an attack, Mitsunari. Like water and oil. A perfect mix. What are you doing? Hurry up and protect my camp. Wait, Mitsunari. There is an intruder. You shall go no further. Already you have stepped beyond the bounds of civility. It is not often that I offer words of advice, but should you value your soul, for your own sake, turn back. What a fighter! To kill so many and cause so much suffering. I have no desire to be anywhere but here. I shall return to the skies and the company of Tadakatsu to get a better view.